Hello Nitrosites, it's me, the Nitro General here, and welcome back to another video. Now, in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be giving out my official review for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Now, there's no games in those. They're in my case. No, in my case. So, the reason why I haven't really uploaded a video since then is because I really haven't had a lot of time. I was going to do a first impressions video. But the thing is that when I got home and I uploaded the video after the midnight release last Thursday, I was up for another 7 straight hours playing this game. And, I made it. I was taking my time, so I didn't make it way too far. I think I made it to, the 3rd gym. And, then I was just like, wow, I straight up played this for 7 hours. I did not make it to my classes in the morning. I just, yeah, I played for 7 straight hours. I was going to make a first impressions video, and as I was getting up to make a first impressions video, my mom was getting up for work, so I talked to her for a little bit, and then I came back in, and I fell asleep for 4 hours. So, and then I've just been busy and stuff, and then by the time after a couple days went by, and I still hadn't uploaded the video, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to worry about doing the first impressions video. I'm just going to try to beat the game, so I can upload a full review for you guys. So, I beat the game 2 days ago, and I still didn't upload an official review. And I apologize for that. Again, I just didn't really have a lot of time. And I have already almost been through half of Pokemon Sword now. So I've beaten Pokemon Shield, and I've been halfway through Sword. Now, now I am uploading the review for you guys. It hasn't quite been a week, so, you know, I'm still okay with the time frame, but, I just wanted to make a video knowing, because I know a lot of people are going to be getting it for Christmas, and they're waiting for a lot of reviews like this. Now, like I said in a lot of my other videos, my excitement for when Pokemon Sword and Shield was released was, up here. Then it was down here, and then it went back up, and then back down, then back up again, and then went down. And then it was kind of at I don't know how good these games are going to be kind of thing. If you guys have seen any of my other videos on Pokemon Sword and Shield, then you know, that's just how I was feeling. Speaking of Pokemon Sword and Shield, I got the thing right up here now, which is kind of cool. I was super excited. I was super excited about that pennant thing. But yeah, so, I have played through the games, and I think I am playing as much Pokemon as I am. I think I am way more than qualified to give an official review, an actual review for this game. And I just want to say something before I really get into the review. I have never in my life had so much fun playing a Pokemon game, or any game for that matter, in my life. I've never had so much fun playing a game. The graphics are way better than I thought it was going to be. The animations are beautiful. Those people who say, the animations and everything are lazy can just go screw off. I mean, really, these games are beautiful. And everybody who I've talked to have said how beautiful these games are. Now, the other thing that I said before this is that I was not excited for the wild area because there were going to be certain Pokemon that you have to catch at certain times of the day with certain weather, and it's just complicated. And I didn't like that extra level of complication to catch Pokemon. I was not excited for max raid battles either. But after playing the game, the wild area is so cool. You can find, fully evolved Pokemon in these places. You can just be walking and a Gengar will be walking next to you. Or a freaking fully evolved Corviknight. These level 60 Pokemon. Pokemon that, if you didn't use on your team and evolve at, level 60 or something. Dreepy, by the way, is a super cool Pokemon. I love it. It's so cute. I think it's the pseudo-legendary of Sword and Shield. So, I mean, he evolves at level 50 and then level 60, or 40 then 60, one of the two. So, and I didn't use him on my playthrough because I didn't even know about him until after I beat the game. you can find a fully or a level 60 Dracoloak in the same spot, which all you need to do is get one level for it to evolve into. I don't even know what the last evolution is right now. Can't think of it. So that's pretty easy. And you can find just fully evolved Pokemon, like the fully evolution of Impidimp, you can find just walking around the wild. Like, same with the Hatterene, or however you say that. You can find the fully evolution when that walking around. I mean, it's so cool. Like Tyranitar and Komooo, and it's just crazy to me that you can find these Pokemon, and it's so cool. And I think, I would have thought it was a lot more cooler if I'm not just going to transfer all my Pokemon over from Ultra Sun and Moon when Pokemon Home comes out in a couple months. I am sad that I'm not going to be able to complete the Pokedex. It adds so much stress to me to try to catch all these Pokemon. So instead of trying to complete the Pokedex right now, I am just going to be waiting until Pokemon Home comes out, and then I'm going to be transferring them over. Which is, it's okay. I'm not super irritated about that. So all I really need is I need to get all the version exclusives on Pokemon Sword ready to be transferred over too. I'm probably going to do another playthrough. I don't know if I'll do another playthrough like now or something, but I want to be able to get the fully evolved Grookey, or fully evolved Scorbunny too, because on my second playthrough I am using Grookey, only because I was going to use Scorbunny because I love Scorbunny too. It was my second favorite one of the starters, but I had already seen a lot of Scorbunny anyways, because I picked Sobble, so Hop had Scorbunny. So I already saw a lot of that, and I kind of wanted to check out Grookey and stuff. So I'm using Grookey on my second playthrough, and yeah. So, I mean, I'm just going to wait for the games to transfer all my Pokemon over. But for people like my cousin who doesn't have those games, who doesn't even have those games yet, but he's going to be getting Pokemon Sword and Shield, not being able to transfer the Pokemon over, he loves Gengar. I mean, he's just going to be walking around and seeing a fully evolved Gengar. And obviously you can't catch it until you get enough gym badges to catch certain Pokemon at certain levels. But that's still super cool to me that you can find those. And I think there were only there are 3 Pokemon that are exclusive to the wild area, new ones. There's the elephant one that Chairman Rose has. There's Dreepy and Corsola, the Galarian Corsola. Those are the ones in Shield. I don't know if there are other ones in Sword, but those are the 3 that are exclusive to the wild area. Now there are other Pokemon that you can't catch in the wild that you can find in the wild area, new Pokemon, but they're evolutions of Pokemon that you find in the regular wild. Like I said, you can find the fully evolved Impidimp walking around in the wild, but you can also just catch an Impidimp and evolve it. So really, if you have all your Pokemon that you're just going to transfer over from Ultra Sun and Moon, there's only a couple Pokemon that you really need to get from the wild area, and then you don't have to do it anymore. And so it's so cool. The gym leaders are fantastic looking. I love Nessa. She is so cute. I love her model. I think it's super great. I think my favorite is probably Kabu. I really, really love it. He's the fairy type one, or the fire type one. I think he's super cool looking. He has a dope design. He's fire. So he's really, really, really cool. And so that's probably my favorite gym leader. But yeah, so there's a lot of awesome designs. I really like how the gym challenges are a little bit more of like a little game or a little puzzle rather than just freaking some of them that are super annoying and make you battle 20 unnecessary trainers, or just are basically just like a maze that you go through once. I mean, I really like the cool little games. I like the one where you had to herd the Wooloos at the grass type gym. That was kind of cool. I really like that. So stuff like that I think it's really neat. Team Yell is a lot different than I thought it was. If you guys really don't want any spoilers, just skip ahead a little bit. But basically, Team Yellow is just... I thought they were going to be kind of like Team Skull, but in the sense, they aren't really an evil team. They're basically just I don't know, they almost seem like simpletons to me. They're mentally retarded or something like that. Because they almost are oh, we're protecting Pokemon. We're cheering on these Pokemon, and if you get in get in our way of cheering on this Pokemon or cheering on Marini, we're gonna fight you. So it's kind of like that. So it's kind of like, oh, all right, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do, bro. So at the same, so it's not that they're not really more of an evil team. Um, but I still think they're super cool. I love Galarian, Zigzagoon, and Linoon, and Obstagoon. These are the first Pokemon games where I have ever used every Pokemon that I wanted to use in those games before. Like, usually, any Pokemon that would be revealed, if I'm like, oh, I definitely want to use that, I'm going to use that in the game, I tend to not end up using because I find other Pokemon or I can't find it or something like this. No, these games I set out. I think there were 3 or 4 Pokemon that I was set on using, and I used all 4 of them, 3 or 4 of them. The first one was Sobble. People hate the final evolution of Sobble. I think it's the coolest one. It's so dope. It's got that special move called Snipe Shot, which it sits there and it'll be like, haha, and then boosh, and shoot out like a stream of water, like a sniper shot. And it's so cool. I think it's awesome. I love it. I used Corviknight, which was the Pokemon that I was dead set on using. And I used Galarian Rapidash, because the only reason why I played Shield instead of Sword first was to get that Galarian Ponyta. Now, come to find out that you won't be able to even get the Galarian Ponyta until after you beat, or till right before you beat the Fire type or the Fairy type gym. I don't know what gym number that is, like 6 maybe. But I was dead set on using it, and I used it, and I love it. It's so dope. Oh, and then the fourth one was Obstagoon. I was dead set on using Obstagoon a couple times. I was like, oh, maybe not, because everybody has an Obstagoon, the evil team leaders and everything like that. But I still used it, and I still think it's so cool. It's so strong. But I cannot believe how strong the final evolution of Sobble is. There were so many times. Every time I needed it to outsped, it outsped. Every time I needed it to get a crit, it got a crit. And when I mean every time, I literally mean every time. Like, literally every time where I'm like, I need you to get a high roll or crit in order to kill this, it did. Without fail. Every single time. And I'm not exaggerating. Every single time. If I needed to withstand an attack, it withstood the attack. And, when I was fighting Leon at the very end of the game, I would have lost probably the entire match if my, I don't even know what it's called, because I nicknamed mine Splish, so I don't even know what the final evolution is called, but all I needed I needed it to withstand an attack and then outspeed, because it was a speed tie, and it outsped and withstood the G Max move from Charizard. So, that was, the whole reason. It's dope. I love it. I love that Pokemon. I think the story is so cool. The legendary Pokemon are dope. I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys, but there's a legendary Pokemon that you fight before or after you defeat Chairman Rose. And it is by far the coolest legendary Pokemon I have ever seen. And it's so dope, the whole fight scene with that thing, and it Gigantamaxes, and you and Hop are fighting, and then the 2 legendary Pokemon come and fight with you guys to defeat that thing, and then you catch it. It's so cool. It's so dope. I have never had so much fun playing a game. So the wild area was grown on me. It's so cool to see all that stuff. The maps raid battles are so much more fun than I thought they were going to be. You have to defeat max raid Pokemon in order to get the Pokemon that can Gigantamax, which, by the way, is way more Pokemon than I thought there were going to be. There are so many old Pokemon that can Gigantamax, and there are so many new Pokemon that can Gigantamax. But the only ways to get those are by defeating them in max raid battles and catching them. I have not done any of those yet, because the couple that I tried, are just... I've lost, because they're so hard and they're so stupid that you can only do it in a certain amount of turns. So I don't know how many of those I will be doing, but I do have there are Gigantamax Pikachu and Eevee that you can get, Gigantamax Meowth, and then the Gigantamax Charizard are the 4 Pokemon that, as of right now, you do not have to defeat in battle to use. At the very end of the game, if you go back to Hop's house, you can get Leon leaves a Charmander for you that once you evolve into Charizard, can Gigantamax. So, that's super cool. I loved it. I just love these games, guys. I have literally nothing to complain. Well, there are two little things that I want to talk about, but other than that, I don't really have anything bad to say about the game. The one thing I do want to say is that the actually I think it was only one thing because I do not remember what the second thing I want to talk about was. Maybe I'll remember it, but the shiny hunting method. As of right now, we only know one surefire way of increasing your shiny odds. Now there could be more, and we just don't know, or this could be the way. Basically, if you guys don't know, there you have the more Pokemon that you chain up and defeat or I think it's just defeating, gives you an extra chance for a reroll, which is basically 7 chances for a shiny Pokemon. So, you have to kill, and this is what I mean, 500 of the same Pokemon in a row, and then that gives you a 30% chance for a reroll, which is 7 chances, which is 1 in 4,000 and whatever it is. So that's, once you defeat 500 Pokemon, there's a 30% chance of you getting a 7 reroll. Which, there are other videos that explain this better, because I don't totally get it too much. But it's still very unlucky to get shiny Pokemon, which people are already getting shiny Pokemon from that. I'm really hoping that soon there'll be another people who'll be like, oh yeah, this is a different way that you can do it. Because I feel like sneaking and whistling might have something to do with it, but I don't know. So that's the only way that we know as of right now. And that's just kind of bummer because I think it's really hard. I really like the way of getting shiny Pokemon in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Sun and Moon wasn't bad in the SOS hunting, but I really like the Dex Nav. So yeah. But in Let's Go, the shiny hunting methods were so easy that I was getting 2 to 3 shiny Pokemon a day. So I think that there should be a happy medium between, the getting 2 to 3 shiny Pokemon a day in Pokemon Let's Go and having to battle 500 of the same Pokemon in order to get a 30% chance of a 7 reroll to get a shiny Pokemon. Like, there's got to be a different way, and I'm sure that they'll figure it out soon enough, but as of right now, that is what we have. But, thought there was something else. I don't like how the max raid battles are so hard. I get, like, that's how you're gonna get the Pokemon, but like, if you don't have anybody to play online with, or you can't find anybody, you're gonna be battling with these people who have like a Magikarp or something, and you only have like a select amount of turns before you get launched out and have to redo the entire thing over again. And so it's just kind of annoying, and it's kind of hard, and I don't really have the ambition to go out there and just keep fighting these Pokemon over and over and over again, just so I can get a Pokemon that I already have that can Gigantamax in battle that I might not even use. But I probably will do it eventually. But yeah, I'll probably get some friends or something, or friends I should say. I don't really have friends, but I'll get some people, to come together, and maybe we can do some max raid battles. We'll see how it works out. Maybe once my cousin gets the game, then we can do some max raid battles. But, yeah, so there's that. The Pokemon in these games are awesome, too, guys. Like, there are a couple Pokemon that I do not like. I do not like Alcremie, which it's pre-evolution, the little milk dude, is so adorable, and I'm using it on my team right now. But I'm probably going to switch it out for Impidimp when I get there. But I feel like Alcremie might grow on me a little bit, but I don't know. I don't like that we got a Pokemon based off a cake, and we still over 1,000 Pokemon, and there still isn't one based on a dolphin, which I still don't understand. But yeah, the fossil Pokemon too, guys. I don't know if you have seen any of the fossil Pokemon, but they're really weird looking. Like, I don't know what it is, but you have to find 4 different fossils. You get 2 in Sword and 2 in Shield. Or there are these guys that you can talk to in the wild area that have a chance of giving you, if you give them like 500 watts, they'll dig and they'll give you items. But sometimes they can dig up to 10 items, but it can be anywhere from 1 item to 10 items. And one guy is more likely to give you rare items, but he also doesn't have very much stamina, so he's more likely to give you rare items, but he also won't give you as many. The other guy is more likely to give you common items, but more items. So, and they have a chance to give you the 2 fossils. I still haven't. You have to have 4 of every fossil in order to, I think, something like that. I don't know, but I have gotten the 2 of the fossil Pokemon out of the 4 because I need 2 of this one fossil that is exclusive to Pokemon Sword. So hopefully I can get that once I beat the game. But so that's kind of cool. Like I said, the legendary Pokemon are dope. So yeah. So right now I'm kind of coasting along until Pokemon Home comes out, and then I cannot wait to transfer over all my Pokemon. But yeah. So that is my official review of the game. Out of 10 stars, I bet you guys can guess what I'm going to be giving it. I'm a hardcore Pokemon fan, and I think I'm more than likely, with everything that I've done in Pokemon and how long I've been playing it and how much I play it, I think I'm more than qualified to give a review of this game. And I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. Like, this game is amazing. The only thing I still wish is that there are other Pokemon that we are never probably going to see again, but it's okay because these games are so amazing. And if you're on the fence about getting it, just get it, guys. Just get those games. But yeah, that is everything for me, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like down below. Make sure you comment. Tell me everything that you guys liked, what you didn't like. But yeah. But that is really everything up for me, guys. If you don't want to miss a video, any tutorials or anything I will be uploading in the next few weeks, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell so you don't miss a video, and yeah, guys. But that is really everything for me. I will see you in the next video. Nature General out. Peace.